Good afternoon, Vikings fans. This is Justin in Rochester with Purple and Gold for Days. We are less than 24 hours for the Vikings Week 13 matchup against the New York Jets. What's the keys to this game? Real simple. Don't do what you did against Dallas and not show up. Show up, be ready, and you're going to get this victory. But more specifically, right after this. All right, it's real simple. Show up. Do what you've done so far when you've had time to prepare. Week 1 against Green Bay, well, it was preseason coming into regular season. Oh, then there was the bye week. And then there was now what is the mini bye week after having played on Thanksgiving. It's real simple. Kevin O'Connell's done a good job thus far at being prepared when he's had extra time. You've got your guys rested. Zadarius Smith happens to be one of the key guys that you need to have rested up. But all I'm saying from a coaching standpoint, have your guys be ready. Now, before we get into more specifics, because this is Purple and Gold for Days, and it is brought to you by both the Purple Code. We have to get the Purple Code sponsors a little love right now. So we're going to start off, as always, with Rinaldi's Pizza and Pasta. They're located in Woodbury, right off of I-494 and Wood Lane Drive. And they're located on Wood Lane Drive there. That's right off of Valley Creek Road and 494, excuse me. So you need some pizza tonight. You don't want to get something too prepared. You got your Thanksgiving Day hangover. Give these guys a call. They've got some great deals. Just say the Purple Code and they'll give you a family discount. That family discount also applies to Nautical Bowls. They're also located in Woodbury on Hudson Place, right off the intersection of Woodbury Drive and I-94. Also, in addition to this being a Purple Code production, this is also a production that is brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. Okay, so now that I've got all the housekeeping items out of the way, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channels mentioned here, the Purple Code, Minnesota Sports Talk, as well as Purple and Gold for Days. Offensively, key is keep Kirk Cousins comfortable. It seems to be rather obvious, but it wasn't obvious against Dallas, and they didn't adjust. Well, against the New England Patriots, they did adjust. They ran a few more 2 tight end sets. They gave the offensive linemen some help. You're still going to be without Christian Darrisaw, more than likely, if not already confirmed. And frankly, he shouldn't be playing right now. We need him for the playoffs. So let's just assume that they're going to make the right decision and keep him out. That to be said, keep your offensive line helped. Yes, we love having 3-4 guys out in the pass pattern. We all know that. But you saw last week, TJ Hawkinson got into the end zone, a little Johnny Munn here and there. As much as we would love to have Air Coryell, shotgun, 5 wide receivers, our offensive line, though it has been improved, is not quite at the level where you can quite do that yet here. So, first and foremost, keep the offensive line helped and keep Kirk Cousins comfortable. And at the end of the day, the Vikings will be hearing a lot of this. Touchdown! Thank you kindly, Rappin' Dave, for showing me how to do that. Bottom line is this. We all know about Justin Jefferson going up against Sauce Gardner, whether they match up one-on-one every play, whether he follows him around or not, it doesn't really matter. Sauce Gardner is a very good rookie cornerback, but he's not capable of shutting down Justin Jefferson one-on-one. So offensively, you're going to need to scheme him away from him a couple of times here or there. And when you have somebody other than the Sauce guarding Justin Jefferson, get him the ball. Now, they still need to maintain their balance, though. Dalvin Cook last week was pretty much shut down. He did get a lot of carries, and I'm not really disappointed with how it turned out because it did allow them to keep the New England Patriots defense honest, and that did do some of the helping towards the offensive line. Having said all of that, you need to make sure you stay balanced. And I'd like to see Alexander Mattison get a few more touches. I know that you were coming off a short week and that you've had this bye week, so Dalvin Cook should be fresh as well. Having said that, let's keep the miles off of Dalvin Cook a little bit more this week, but let's maintain that balance offensively. And you know what? Last week against the Patriots, we pert near did. We weren't as successful in the running game, but look at all the targets that went around to all the different receivers that caught passes. Keep the ball spread around. Yes, we love JJ. We love seeing him get 150, 200 yards and a couple of gritties and all that. And yes, he is the primetime player, but you need to keep your other players involved so that teams don't just strictly focus on him. Yes, there are times where even when the other team does strictly focus on him, they have the ability, because JJ has that ability to make a play here and there, but you can't live and die by that. You need to spread the ball around offensively. Having said that, let's get to the defense. If you saw my last video, you saw that I said, hey, maybe Donatel's going about this the right way because maybe that's all he's got. Well, you're going to get Dalvin Tomlinson back. You're going to get a Caleb Evans back. So for me, for the last 6 weeks of the season, this is the time to take that next step and not just be, hey, we're just going to try to hang on for dear life and hope that our offense can outscore somebody. You've been playing with fire for this entire season defensively, giving up yards left and right, hoping to be bend, don't break. At some point, that's not going to be sustainable. I've only been saying that for 2 months, but my point here is this. This is the best test you're going to have for the rest of the regular season. Look at the other 5 teams and look at the other 5 quarterbacks you're going to be playing. Jared Goff, this ain't 2018. Matt Ryan, this ain't 2016. Daniel Jones, okay. He's okay. And then you've got whatever's left of Aaron Rodgers at that point / Jordan Love, and then Justin Fields. Okay, Justin Fields is good. He's up and coming. But this is your biggest test. This is the toughest team the Vikings are going to face for the rest of the regular season. If you think I'm wrong, put that in the chat and tell me which game you think is more dangerous and which team is more dangerous right now to this Minnesota Vikings outfit than what we're going to see tomorrow. Simply put, you get through this game tomorrow and you've swept the AFC East, which is one of the best divisions in football. Yes, I know we didn't play Tua, but can't help that. That's not our problem. So defensively, start bringing the pressure earlier. I can understand at the beginning of the season, you're still feeling players out. You're not sure what you got. You hang on to your bullets until the fourth quarter. You know, I've said that a few different times. At this particular point, it is now time. It is now time to say, all right, I'm bringing more pressure. I'm going to show my cards a little bit early. I'm going to give my offense an opportunity to be up 14 to 17 points. And oh, by the way, offense, when they do give you those early 3 and outs or a turnover here and there, here's an idea. Do something with it. You've been better about it lately, okay? But there are still opportunities because the offense has fallen asleep for a quarter and a half at times, you know, New England game notwithstanding. If the defense gets out and gets some stops early, get up on these guys, be up by 17 points. I'm doubting that that's going to happen because that's just what this version of the Minnesota Vikings is we're always going to be in close games. But defensively, start bringing up the pressure. I get it. You had Patrick Peterson, and then you had your 4th and 5th string cornerbacks. Well, you get one of your 2 and 3 back here with Caleb Evans. You've got Dalvin Tomlinson in there to help shore up the run game. So for me, for right now, it's time to stop playing the bend, don't break up until the fourth quarter where you bring up the pressure. And that's all well and good that we can in crunch time. And it's all well and good that in clutch situations we've made plays. That's great. But at some point, let's do that a little bit earlier. A couple of handful of these would be nice. Coaching. Talked about it earlier about being prepared. Yes, we like the guy of the New York Jets, and he's brought some of that San Francisco mentality with him. This defense of the New York Jets is stout, but realistically, you are going up against Mike White. Who? Well, he's some guy. Like we said the other day, he's just a guy. And at the end of it, he ain't no Heisenberg.
Now, say my name.
That's your name. Get used to being on the turf. Do not let Mr. White become Heisenberg tomorrow. If he becomes Heisenberg for the rest of the year against all other teams, we don't care. But for me, you've got a backup quarterback. You got a journeyman quarterback, and he's coming into the house of pain that is US Bank Stadium. Get on him early. Get on him often. Coach O'Connell, tell your defensive coordinator, hey, you've been doing what I've wanted you to do, which is to keep us close, and we've been good situationally. But this is the time where we finally say, okay, enough's enough. And I'll tell you why. Previous versions of the NFL, you had your preseason, and you played guys. Third, fourth game, you can get a couple series. Now you don't do that, where realistically September is almost the back end of the preseason. October and November are what used to be the first portions of the season. Well, guess what? Now that's delayed a little bit. You are now at that point. As John Madden would say, it's December football. And you got to be able to feel your gap there, and you got to come out and boom, it's December football. Okay, enough's enough. It's time. It's time to finally put all this together. Yeah, we could probably put it all together against the Lions or the Colts or the Giants. Maybe that's a playoff matchup preview. Who knows? But for me, for right now, it's time to actually have that game. I'm not saying you got to win by 3 touchdowns, but it's got to be one of those games where we're not on the edge of our seats towards the end of the game. Doesn't it? Just once? Before we get to the playoffs? Just once can we have one of those games? Shout out to people in the chat. Super Will, how you doing? Warlord, thanks for joining me. Mick Andrews, as always, I appreciate you, man. Dave, thanks again for joining me as well. Josh brings up a good point. Thanks for joining me, Josh. We need to get turnovers and drive down and get points. I believe that's exactly where I was going. No, I agree with you 100%, Josh. It's time. It's time to put a game together because you're not going to have very many opportunities to do it against any meaningful teams. I don't care if you put a game together against the Green Bay Packers. Would we all enjoy beating them? Absolutely. Of course. But I'm thinking bigger picture. And right now, when you go into the season, okay, we got to catch the Packers. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do that. The Packers are done. They're irrelevant. The loser of tomorrow's game between the Packers and the Bears is officially eliminated in the first weekend of December. Yeah, I know the Bears are already eliminated from the division, but there's a minuscule chance they haven't officially been eliminated from playoff contention. But for all intents and purposes, we know both of those teams are. So, having said all that, let me just say this. Tomorrow's the game. Tomorrow's your opportunity to finally put a full game together against a good team. They're the best team left on the schedule, like I said. What's up, Rap? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you, brother. Hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to Purple Pocket Podcast. Go to his community tab. My guy Rap here runs a lottery where all you need to do is post a score prediction. If you get the prediction exactly correct, he's got a pot. I believe it's up to $42 this week. Rap, you can help me out if I've lost track of the total. But all you do is put in a score, and if your score wins, you get this pot. If nobody wins, it rolls over. Multiple winners split. Just go to his channel, hit the like, comment, and subscribe to him as well. And like I said, it's real simple. Put your score prediction. Everybody making score predictions anyway. So go to his channel, his community tab, put your score prediction in. You'll be qualified for his cash lottery for the Vikings game. To wrap this, I'm just going to say it like this. You have everything in front of you. You've been sitting on a mini bye. You came out of the short week with the victory, got your 2 out of 3 against Buffalo, Dallas, and New England. You've got everything you could ask for. Nobody in their right mind thought this team was going to be 9-2. Not Paul Allen, Paul Charchian. Heck, Kevin O'Connell didn't think his team was going to be 9-2 right now. So you have the ultimate opportunity. If we can catch Philly, we can catch Philly. But if not, hang on to that 2 seed. Make sure San Francisco doesn't catch you for that. That way, when we win the wild card weekend, we have our divisional round playoff game at home where I'll take my chances against anybody. But the key to that is starting tomorrow. As I said, you got 6 games left. This is the toughest one there. You get this one. You really think that they're going to be a problem next week in Detroit? Nah. Indianapolis, New York? I don't think so. But we'll talk more about those teams when we get there. Rap did confirm pot is $42. Go to Purple Pocket Podcast and subscribe and leave a comment in his community tab. You got to give a shout out to the presenters here one more time before we get up out of here. Because this is a Purple Code production. Thank you, SK and Rick. Always appreciate you giving me the platform. Hit up Rinaldi's Pizza and Pasta in Woodbury. They're located on Wood Lane Drive, right off of I-494 in Valley Creek Road. Also hit up Nautical Bowls. I had their ticker up here this whole time, so they got a little extra love, but that's all right. Hudson Place, I-94 in Woodbury Drive. Real simple. Mention the purple code at either one of these locations. They'll give you the family discount. Got to thank my guy Dave, Minnesota Sports Talk, who's presenting me as well. Thank you kindly for that. Put your score predictions in the chat. I'm going like this. But before I go like this, I'm going to do the predictions of the rest of the games here real quick. It isn't going to be too much. Don't have as much time to do the production value, so we're just going to go through the games real quick. Atlanta will beat Pittsburgh. Atlanta is holding on to their playoff hopes. They can still win that garbage division and get into the playoffs. And would it be awesome to see the Atlanta Falcons take out Tom Brady? I know some people still holding on to the Dirty Bird thing. That's long and gone. Or we'll skip over to Green Bay and Chicago because they're always the second to the last. Detroit and Jacksonville, as much as we would love to see Jacksonville win, the football Fabio, I don't think is going to get it done in Detroit. We'd be happy if he does, but it doesn't matter. We'll take care of them next week and win our division regardless. The Washington Commanders are going to go into New York, and they are going to struggle. I know Taylor Heineke looks good, this, that, and whatever else, but I actually think that the Giants are going to win this game. And what's funny about the Commanders' schedule is they have the Giants this week, a bye next week, and then they host the Giants in 2 weeks. They're going to play the Giants 2 games in a row with a bye week squeeze in between. As much as I would love to see the Tennessee Titans beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think that's going to be probably the best game of the weekend. It's going to be a close game. I don't see Philly losing at home. I really don't. I know Washington beat them, but, divisional round game. I'd love to be wrong about that one, but I'm taking Philly. Baltimore is going to destroy Mr. Unlimited. I'm not even going to go into that game. And then you've got the Cleveland Browns and Deshaun Watson going into Houston. There's part of me that wants Houston to win this game so bad, but I think Cleveland's going to pull it out. Seattle's going to beat the Los Angeles Rams. They're doner than the Christmas turkeys that have already been consumed. Leftovers have been consumed. The Rams are done. Seattle's going to win that game. San Francisco, Miami's going to be the second best game of this weekend here. I do like San Francisco, and I've been telling you that for weeks. I really do hope that Miami wins this game to knock San Francisco down a peg to give us a little bit of margin for error. But I'm telling you right now, the team to beat in the West is San Francisco, and I've only been saying that for 2 months. Kansas City is going to get their revenge in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's just got too many injuries. Kansas City's going to win that game. Vegas Raiders drive me nuts. Every time I want to pick them and believe in them, they let me down. And every time I pick against them, they win. So I'm picking the Chargers. Good luck, Chargers, because I'm the kiss of death when it comes to picking against the Vegas Raiders. Dallas is going to beat Indianapolis. The Jeff Saturday thing, that's all well and good. They got the revigoration, but it's not going to matter at this point. The Tampa Bay Brady's are going to beat the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football to keep their division hopes alive. Again, Tampa Bay and Atlanta are battling out for the 4 seed. It's ridiculous that the NFL hasn't changed it to where, if you win your division, that's fine and dandy, but you should not be guaranteed a 4 seed and guaranteed a home playoff game. But that's a discussion for another day. Lid lifter, as always, the Green Bay Packers. They're facing the Chicago Bears. All I know is I don't care anymore. There was a time where I would love to watch a game like that just to see which team would beat the snot out of each other. Both teams are dead. The Packers are done. The Bears still suck. My official pick is the Green Bay Packers, only because I think if Aaron Rodgers plays, which he's slated to do, the Bears defense, we saw what they did against the Jets last week. Green Bay should win this game regardless. Green Bay should win this game with Jordan Love. That's how bad the Bears defense is. So I'm taking the Packers there. As far as our game, back to the headliner, the New York Jets, Minnesota Vikings. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I don't see as many points being put up on the board as we had last time against New England. Of course, I said it was going to be a low-scoring game for that one, too. That being said, defensively, they put an end to Mr. White. They keep him from becoming Heisenberg. Vikings win this game 27-24. I don't care how. I don't care about last-second field goal. I don't care about last-second touchdown. Actually, here's how it's going to be. The Vikings are going to be up 27-17. The Jets will score some garbage touchdown at the end to make it close. I'm not saying the Vikings are going to blow this team out, but I do think the Vikings team is going to win this game somewhat comfortably, if there is such a thing with the Vikings as somewhat comfortable. But hey, another victory, another time for us to get another W in the win column. And at the end of the day, let's get to double-digit wins. The over-under for the Vikings win season total was 9.5 when it closed. First weekend in December to be hitting the over, that's a good spot to be. Let me get some of these comments up here before I get up out of here. Brian, how are you? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Defense is predicated on getting turnovers. Yes, it is. And facing a backup quarterback, you should be able to do so. I know he's looked halfway decent. But again, like I said in my video yesterday, he looked halfway decent against a rabid Chicago's Bear team at home. That's all well and good. Tomorrow, we need to be hearing a lot of these. A lot of these. Defense should be the key to this game. Offense is going to be all right, but the Jets' defense is their strength. So at the end of it, to me, defensively, just come out and beat the snot out of somebody. Josh, thanks for your score prediction. 27-10. Okay, I'll take that. 11 catches, 2 TDs, 2 gritties for Justin Jefferson. Love the prediction, Josh. Grandizer, thanks for joining me. Okay, this is what Grandizer does in all the videos we do on the Purple Code and with Rap and Dave and myself. He always got to put the fight song in there. You know it. Sing it if you want to. We'll put the last part in there as well. Having said that, my final score prediction again, 27-24. And I don't think it's going to be one of those close games. I think it's going to be one of those games where the Vikings in the fourth quarter are in control and the Jets manage to squeeze out one to keep it close. But Vikings going to win this game tomorrow. Move us to 10-2. I'll say this. Like, comment, and subscribe to all the Purple Code family. Purple Code, first and foremost, who are the presenters of this, as well as Minnesota Sports Talk. My guy Dave is also presenting me. And if you don't already subscribe to me, please do so. Again, that's Purple and Gold for Days. Hit up Rap at Purple Pocket Podcast. Get in his lottery. Again, you don't need to contribute anything to it, but one comment on his community tab with your final score prediction. I like this one. Grandizer, Mr. White, Harvey Kettle, Reservoir Dogs. Very good, Grandizer. I appreciate you tapping in with me. I'm going to be joining Dave a little bit tomorrow during the pregame show. That goes off at 11:45 Eastern time, all the way up to, I think he's going for an hour. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell on his channel as well as mine so you get that notification when we go out. I believe SK and Rap are going to be doing their show later tonight on the Purple Code. So if you don't already subscribe to the Purple Code, please do so and give some support to the people that first gave me the opportunity to even be on these airwaves. Having said all that, we're going to wrap it up by saying this. The Vikings are going to win this. This is the most difficult team they have left on the schedule, which means you now then have a margin of error to where if you do need to give a couple of players a game off here and there, Zadarius Smith, for example. Yeah, let me circle back to Zadarius real quick. Every week, what do we see? Zadarius Smith was limited in practice, did not participate on a Wednesday. Why? Because he's resting up, because that's what he needs to do at this particular point in time. He's had a little extra rest. Zadarius Smith is going to be back to him always being the one-man wrecking crew that he can be. We'll be able to laugh at the Packers and their fans one more time. So Zadarius got 2 or 3 more sacks for us. You're paying him more against your cap than we are. But all jokes aside, defensively needs to be the reason they win this game tomorrow. Like I said, I know I said 27-24, but realistically, this offense is going to have moments where it struggles because, let's be honest, the defense of the New York Jets is no joke. Just like Buffalo's was no joke. Just like New England's is no joke. Just like Dallas's was no joke. But you're playing at home, and you're not coming off an emotional victory against the Buffalo Bills that nobody picked you to win at. I'm still kind of a little irritated by how sleepwalking that Dallas Cowboys game was, but they had a week and a half off to prepare for this. So I like our chances tomorrow. If you haven't already done so, please like, comment, and subscribe to Purple Go for Days. Tell me where you think I'm right. Tell me where you think I'm wrong. Oh, Grandizer, thank you kindly. I said it earlier, but I'll put it up there for you. Remaining schedule, the Jets, again, Detroit, Indianapolis, Giants, Green Bay, and Chicago. Who knows what those games are even going to be at that point. But at the end of the day, tomorrow's the best team you got left on your schedule before you get to the playoffs. Take care of business like you always have. Thank you kindly, everybody, for joining me live. If you didn't miss any part of this, go back and watch her again on the Facebook page. Again, it's Purple and Gold for Days. And again, today's presenters were the Purple Code and Minnesota Sports Talk. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Enjoy the cold weather. You got kids, go out and do your Anna Elsa bit and go out and build a snowman. Put some New York Jets colors on it and then throw some at it and blow them up. Just like Olaf, the snow guys always come back. In all seriousness, thanks again for joining me. Have a great rest of your night, and we will catch you on the flip side. Skol Vikes.